What are you doing? What am I doing? So, set out to make all these videos, and what I'm wanting to accomplish in the short term and in the long term. In the short term, I want to help people. So I've been through quite a lot in my life, and through most of it I walked alone. Some of that was my own fault, some of that is culture and society. As men, we're taught that we have to do it all ourselves, and that's wrong. I found in talking with other people that there are a lot of other people going through things that also feel alone. It seems to be the commonality. We feel alone. When I was at my lowest, I read Lamentations 11. You will set heavy stones in my path. You will set the arrows of your quiver to my chest. You will turn my bones to wormwood, etc. Or you have turned my bones to wormwood, etc. And I realized that not only was I not alone, that as long as there has been man, there has been suffering. As long as there has been man, we have felt destroyed, impeded, crushed. Not only was I not alone, this is part of the condition of man. For some, you will walk this path. Knowing that I wasn't alone would have been invaluable at first, and it helped me tremendously. Reading the words of the Bible changed my trajectory. But having someone to stand with me besides God would have been nice. Someone that I could talk to, that would talk back, that would sit there with me. And I did spend a lot of time with God because of that, because of my solitude. And that was very valuable for me. But I'm a weird person. I'm not normal. About 700,000 people commit suicide every year in the United States. And about 70% of those are men. By the time I get done talking, 2 men will have killed themselves. Every 10 minutes, 2 give up. 2 lose the battle. Every 10 minutes. What a tragedy. Some of them will probably never be turned around. But some of them could be turned around. A lot of them are kids. A lot of them are kids. They feel alone, like no one understands, like they can't do it. Like no one's ever been there before. No one sees it. No one reaches out. I'm seeking to change that. I don't really know what it's going to take yet, but I do know that I want to take action, and so I am. I do know that strong men improving themselves, helping each other, helping their families and their communities will make the world a better place. I do know that strong men that have been through it can help other men going through it. And I do know that our families, our children, and our wives' lives will be better if we have the strength and support to stick around and be our best. So what am I doing? I'm trying to share what little bit I've learned along the way to help others. In the long term, I intend to create a fraternity called Son, Brother, Father, where men can come together and share wisdom, share their strength, build each other up, and learn how to be strong men. The transition from a young man to an adult is hard. You go through a symbolic death, the death of the child and the birth of the adult. A lot of boys don't understand that that's symbolic and it doesn't have to be physical, and they kill themselves. It's painful and scary, and there's no guidance. Man up! Suck it up! A lot of people make it. Some people get through the transition but never really make it. A lot don't. That should change. As we go through life, a symbolic death happens over and over. As we transition through different phases in our lives, the old self dies and the new self is born. Like the metaphor of the phoenix. We are born again and again and again into a new version of ourselves. In baptism, you're born again. It's metaphysical. It's metaphoric. It doesn't have to be literal. Not only do we need to understand this, having people that have gone before you help you through the transition, I think would be invaluable. We can get a lot farther if we're not on our own. There's two ways to get wisdom: through your own pain and learning from others. Let us learn from others. Son, brother, father. There's a huge difference between being an adult male and being a man. Huge difference. You can see adult males running around, lighting their own cities and neighborhoods on fire, and attacking women and children. These are not men. Adult males perhaps, but these are not men. Strength is not oppressing others. Strength is not the imposition of your will on others. When you're truly strong, you're so strong, you give your strength away. You got plenty to give. Big dogs don't have to bark. Everybody knows they're a big dog. Son, brother, father. There's a third stage in life. Father. Where you begin to lay down the things that you want for the best interest of others. When you've learned enough that it's time for you to lead. Son, brother, father. It is my supposition that through the formalization of this understanding and through the formalization of an association, a fraternity, it would be beneficial to men. It would be beneficial to our families. It would be beneficial to our communities, our nation, and our world. What am I doing? They say only crazy people think they can change the world, but only the ones that think they can do. In the interim, in the short term, I'm trying to figure out social media, how this works, how the algorithms work on the different platforms. It'll be necessary to be able to spread the word and to find those men, the sons that are looking for guidance, the brothers that will stand, the men that will stand, and the fathers that are ready to give. The mentors and the mentees. Those that want to make themselves better, make their families better, make their communities better. To find them, they have to know that it exists. to know that it exists. I have to figure this out. I have to keep spreading the word. I have to keep speaking. I have to keep seeking. I have to keep going. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.